Hi, and thanks so much for joining me for this luxury beauty haul. If you'd like to see that, please keep watching. Not only did I purchase some beautiful items, but I received some really wonderful PR. So let's get started with our first item. This part of the video is in partnership with Lily Silk. Thank you so much to Lily Silk for reaching out. Now, I've mentioned it before what my criteria are for working with a company. The first one being, have I purchased from them before? Am I a customer? Is it a company I would consider purchasing from? Is it something innovative that I haven't seen before in the market? And I think Lily Silk is well known for their pillowcases, but they also have some other beautiful items. Now, I'm also a customer, so before I worked with Lily Silk, I had actually ordered my mom a beautiful nightgown for Mother's Day, and I took some video of it because I thought it looked so pretty. So I have a clip here of how it looks in the sun. If you're wondering what the item is, it's the Relaxed Fit long silk nightgown in diamond blue. And I know she loved this color, and I was really trying to think of something luxurious and something that would be pampering, because a nightgown is something that you wear pretty much just for yourself because you're wearing inside. You're not going out in it, but it really is such a luxury. And with the warmer months, I thought it might be really just comfortable, not only beautiful, but comfortable to sleep in. So I was really happy with that purchase. So I was really thrilled when Lily Silk reached out because I already knew that I loved their products. I've also seen other people feature their products, so I was interested as well. So they have kindly sent over a couple of items. Like I said, they're known for their pillowcases. So they've sent over this beautiful white pillowcase. All of our bedding is white, so I thought that was perfect. And I love this shade of white. I know that sounds funny, but sometimes there's a little bit too much blue or a little too much yellow or pink, but this is just a beautiful, beautiful shade of white. So I have two of these. I'm going to show you a close-up because what I love about this is how this silk feels. There's a nice hand to it. I know it's going to last a while. It doesn't feel like it's going to fall apart. It's 100% grade 6A mulberry, and it's skin friendly and breathable, which is why I love silk. They also make clothing, and they sent over this beautiful blouse. It's a button down, and I love this shade. So the pink shade has a little bit of warmth to it, which is great with my skin tone. And actually, I'm looking at this color, and when I was younger, I was color matched. So what were those colors that were optimal for my skin tone? This was one of them. So when I saw this, I got really excited because actually this color is a little bit difficult to locate because sometimes it's got a little bit too much cool in it, but I think this is the perfect shade. And I also love that the arms are long enough for me. I wanted to ensure that the arm length was long enough to the degree that I ended up sending them my measurements. So I did the whole measurement that a tailor would do and sent them and asked, is medium gonna be okay? So I have the size medium. Again, this is bent, so you can see here how far this goes. Plus I'll show you some outfit ideas for this. I think this blouse is one of the most versatile pieces that you can have. When I saw this, I immediately thought of these cream slacks that I have that have a beautiful drape to them. I thought they would pair nicely, especially for the summer, with a little heel. Or I could wear my YSL slides with this. I think that is a really classic look. Nice and breezy. This also can be more casual if you pair it with the denim. I think that looks really great. Or for a dress for the evening, if you want to add that on top of a dress, you can tie it. You can have it again just open if you like. So I thought I'd give you some ideas in case you were considering this blouse. And they're also offering 15% off Lily Silk with code EDIT15. So if you'd like to pick something up, make sure to use the code and the link below. One thing I would consider picking up, because I've been looking at it for a long time, is bedding. So that's a great thing to pick up with the discount, as well as clothing. So I've seen other people feature Lily Silk, and there's a dress here that I really thought was so cute. It's a cowl slip dress. That one's also a really versatile piece that you can dress up or down. So I'll list some of my favorite things below in case you'd like to take a look. Thank you again so much, Lily Silk, for reaching out and for partnering with me on this. And again, the code is EDIT15 for 15% off Lily Silk. The next item is something I got really excited about when I saw it pop up. It is the Pat McGrath blush. Now she came out with several blushes, but I wanted to try one first just to see. I mean, it looks beautiful. So now I wish I picked up more. Let me see if I can open it. Can I figure out how to open this? There we go. So this one is much more intense than I thought it would be. It looks beautiful though. This is the shade, what is this shade? This shade is Lovestruck. So we will definitely be using this, but I think that finish on there looks so pretty. So I anticipate really great results with this. So I can't wait to pair this with something. I haven't purchased that much Pat McGrath, but I'd love to look more into that line. But the blushes really, really caught my attention. So let me know what other shades I should purchase. I purchased another blush. Oh, this was the blush that was really, really late from the Bergdorf Goodman sale. It's by Chantecaille. It is their Aqua blush in Red Ginger. So I just have always been curious about this. I've never tried it. So I liked the shade and it reminds me of the Merit blush. So I'm curious to see how it compares with that. Hopefully we'll get good results with this one. And of course I will use this in an upcoming video. Then another bit of PR from House of Sillage. Now I'm going to show you a close-up of the opening of this because I think opening any House of Sillage package is just such an experience. So it comes with a beautiful red bow on it. And then as you open up the box, there's a cat. And as you open up the box, there's this beautiful card with Nicole on there. She looks gorgeous. And then you get the box with the fragrance in it. Now this launched just Friday if you're interested in picking it up. The top notes on this are suede, orange grapefruit, warm spices, heart notes, vetiver, rose, leather, smoky notes, cypriol, base notes, musk, moss, caramel, amber, whitewoods, and birch. The bottle on this is stunning. It's encrusted with over 200 hand-placed diamond-cut Swarovski crystals, black enamel, and gold-plated in 18-karat gold. Black finished glass made in France and hand-polished, 25% perfume oil concentration, which again is made in France. If you're a House of Sillage fan, this is a really complex, very intense fragrance, but also really, really pretty. Actually, when I opened the box, I had actually repacked it because I was so excited to try this. And I knew I couldn't wait to unbox it, so I tried to carefully rebox it for you so it looked like I hadn't gotten into it. But I wanted to try it, and right away, I loved it. My husband loves the way this smells. I think it's the smoky fragrance in there. Actually, let me spray it again. That smoky element, and then there's that spice. So you have to like spice to like this one, but I think that makes it very full-bodied. I think I've explained another perfume like this, but it's like a Cabernet Sauvignon. Very intricate, very full-bodied kind of fragrance. That leather too, I can really sense the leather, the vetiver, very masculine notes in here. And again, those warm spices are really coming out in the orange. It says caramel, but it's not sweet. So I wouldn't categorize this as a sweet fragrance because I'm not a fan of sweet fragrances. This is very much along the lines of what I love, except there's that element of spice. It's really beautiful, so make sure to head over to House of Sillage in case you're interested. Of course, I will leave an affiliate link below, and thank you so much, House of Sillage, for sending this over. Then on the community tab, and somebody asked me, I'm gonna see if I can do an insert of how to find it. I think if you're subscribed, it just pops up, but you can also scroll across the top and hit community, and then it will show you all the community postings. So I do post when there are good promotions, and there was a buy two, get one free on Chantecaille Rose de May products. So I picked up 3 of the pure rose waters because we give these as gifts, and I was paying full price for them just at the department store because it was kind of last minute that we needed to get something. But when I saw these pop up on a buy two, get one free, I thought, let me just stock up. So this is one thing you can do if you know the person you're giving this to is not familiar with Chantecaille or doesn't know how the water is made, the rose water. So we will actually, and I'll link the video for you, we'll send them a video link of Sylvie Chantecaille explaining the process of how they create the rose water. So we send them the link with the gift so that they can understand how special this is and what makes this such a wonderful water, that it's not just water that smells like rose, but that there's so much more that goes into creating this. I think it's a really great touch when giving this as a gift. So far though, we've gotten really great feedback that this was a great gift, especially with the video. I'm gonna show you these because I've been using these nonstop since I got them. They're the Color Science blushes and bronzer. So they come in a 3-pack, and what I like about this is that they are reef safe. So we are going on a vacation soon that will have us near a reef. So I'm really comfortable taking these with me. Is SPF, just making sure I'm not doing any damage to the environment. So these are definitely going with me, but they are such a great summer staple. I just want to point those out in case you were interested in any of the Color Science blushes and bronzer. Now the finish on the bronzer is a little bit sparkly for me, but I'm willing to compromise because it is SPF 50, but I really love the blushes. So make sure to see that video in case you haven't seen it yet. Another bit of PR that I received is from SkinCeuticals. They released a new SPF. So this is the Daily Brightening UV Defense Sunscreen SPF 30. And I was excited about this because it says brightening. This way you can get brightening and SPF at the same time, which I think makes so much sense because I use SPF to make sure I don't get any further damage and keep the progress that I've gotten on my dark spots where it is, and when the sun hits it directly, it just reverses all of that progress. So that's why I am very, very vigilant about adding sunscreen whenever I'm in the sun. Actually, never mind. I'm just vigilant about sunscreen. I wear it every day. So it combines broad spectrum UV protection with a potent blend of discoloration correcting and hydrating ingredients for brighter, more even skin with 1% tranexamic acid, 2% niacinamide, and 0.3% phenylethyl resorcinol, which helps to reduce existing discoloration while broad spectrum chemical UV filters help protect against future sun damage. So I am all about that, preventing discoloration from happening and also improving it. Also, they sent over a couple other versions of their SPF. I have the UPF 50 Sheer Physical UV Defense Sunscreen, and then we've got the Physical Fusion UV Defense Sunscreen, and this is a tinted fluid. So both of these are 100% mineral filters, but the one that is tinted, you'll see that there's a color to it, and I'll work it into the skin, but I'll show you side by side with versus without. So thank you so much skinstore.com for sending that over. And with the code GRACEB, skinstore.com is offering you, let me just read this, a free SkinCeuticals CE Ferulic Deluxe sample worth $22 when you spend $54 or more on SkinCeutical products. So that offer is there for you. I'll leave the details below if you'd like to read that a little bit closer. But again, the code is GRACEB in case you'd like to give it a try. And I also heard on the the Zoom that we had with them, that there is a mattifying or a matte version of this that actually I'm interested in because I do get oily here. So that might be an option as well for you. So I will list the name of that one below in case you're interested. Oh yeah, I did order this. Oh, this doesn't look exciting, but that Hermes blush, the one that I meant to pick up the first time. This is in the shade, blush 23. I already threw the box away. I'll list the name of it below, but it reminded me of an in-between color between the apricot shade and the pommet. So I'll show those to you side by side and also swatch them for you side by side. It's not exactly a blend of the two. In fact, it looks a bit brighter than both of them, but I have it on now. So I feel like when I swatch, it doesn't look like the way it looks on because there's much more pigment here than when I swatched it. So we'll do a look with that, but I just wanted to kind of play with it and see what it looked like on. And then this was sent to me, this beautiful oil. It's an organic face oil, and I'm going to show you the box that it came in because it's so pretty. It came with a facial tool. This is a really beautiful oil. It is the only product that they make, so it's the only product in their line, which I like because they are very focused on this one product and making it really, really good. It's a silky smooth texture and lightweight mix containing 15 of the most potent certified organic botanical extracts sourced from 10 different countries. Manufactured in microbatch in Portland, Oregon, every ingredient is selected to work to complement each other and together to achieve a compounding effect for skin. It's vegan certified, Leaping Bunny cruelty-free, and USDA organic certified. And when I put this on my hand, it really absorbed quite nicely, which is what I like when it comes to oils, is that it absorbs into the skin. I don't prefer oils that sit on the skin. And as you can see, it didn't have any of that residue on top of the skin. And I don't know if you noticed this beautiful design, but it was inspired by premier musical instruments and was crafted in Italy. If you're interested in the oil and you use the link below, you'll receive this tool as well, which is worth $23. Thank you so much, Aqua, for gifting that to me. I'm really looking forward to trying it out. I did pick up a couple of things that you know I love. So I picked up another Gucci eyebrow pencil in the shade 4 because I was having one in the bathroom actually where I get ready really quickly in the morning. And then I have one here. No, I don't have one here. I didn't have one here. So I was having to bring it back and forth when I film versus getting ready. So I bought another one so I can have one here and one as I get ready. Plus the one that I have, wherever it is, it's pretty short now. Where did it go? So this is the original one. So I've used it quite a bit. You can see how much I love it. So I did purchase another one of the Gucci eyebrow, I was gonna say sticks, eyebrow pencils. And then I also picked up, this. And I'll show it to you in the box. It's the Polishing Face Brush by SHISEIDO. And I thought, let me use this for the original purpose, because if you look on the box, it says, inspired by the SHISEIDO Camellia, this uniquely designed brush features 4 distinct petal sections to buff skin for a smooth and seamless finish. It says it was designed to use with any powder formulas. Now I've also seen in the description that it's good for liquids and creams, which I kind of started off using this as a powder brush and then thought, let me try it as foundation. I was so impressed with it as a foundation brush, but now I want to try this as a finishing brush. So now I have 2 of them. I'm going to use one for foundation and one for powder finishing. So after I powder, I'm going to use this as a polishing brush of sorts. I'll let you know how it works. I did have many questions about how I wash mine. I used a beauty blender brush and then I just dry it like this on a paper towel, but I'm reading here and it says to lay the brush on its side to completely dry before use. You can dry it like this, but I'll start off like this just to get the excess water out and then I will turn it like this. So it does take a little while for it to dry because it is so dense, but I think that's why you get a beautiful result. Then I have Chanel items. We have our one eye, one cheek, one lip products. So I did pick up the Blurry Mauve palette, which looks not very mauvey to me. Maybe this and this, maybe? But those 2 down there don't look mauvey at all. So actually I'm quite excited about this one because when I heard mauve, I wasn't super excited, but now that I see the colors, I think they look really pretty. So I'm gonna do that. And then I picked up number 68. You know how much I love the original blush number 68? So this is the new formula. And when we do that video, I will test for you side by side original 68 versus new 68, but I'm looking at this right now and it doesn't look the same. So we'll see. I haven't looked at them actually side by side, but just at a glance here. So I'm really curious to see how this is going to look on. And then I also picked up a Rouge Coco Bloom. And I think this is one of the shades I was looking at when they originally launched this. This is in 118 Radiant. So I think these will all pair really beautifully. Pair? So I think these will all coordinate really well together. So if you're interested in any of these, I have a series where I use one eye palette, one blush, and one lip from Chanel all at once. I try to go through the collection, the permanent collection, but I know they're having new products come out, and of course I will be picking those up. So make sure you're subscribed because I post right as soon as I get them, and then I'll do a couple of looks with them as well. And then Chantecaille kindly sent over some beautiful products, and they sent over the cutest little makeup bag. They sent over Serena, one of my favorite bronzers, and it's the warmer shade of the 2. So I love Serena. Actually, I have it on now. I used the other one that I have though, so I didn't use this one. This one's brand new. They also sent over another blush in B, and it's so hard for me to use it. They're just so pretty, but I've taken pictures of them now, so now I'm gonna try them. I need to use this one, and I need to use Bliss. So I know you were curious about these because they're a little bit lighter, like Sea Turtle's really beautiful. That one shows up really well on my skin. So does Joy, the one with a horse. That is stunning. But I know you had questions about Bee and Bliss because they look a little bit lighter. So you want to see if they show up on my skin tone. So I will be using this soon. But I'm glad I took pictures before I get into this because this is like a overspray, which is intentional. So it's not meant to go all the way through. So once that's gone, we'll just see this more peachy apricot shade. They also sent over a mermaid eye color, and I love these. So if you are new to makeup, a novice, or just a minimalist, I think these are beautiful. This is in Triton. It's more silvery than Olivia, but they both have a sheen to them. This one has a little bit more of a sheen than, say, Olivia. That one's a little bit more subdued. Then they sent over the lip, I can never read this because it's so small. I think it says tint in Madeira. And I had the one in Beach Rose, which is too light. Like you can't even really see that on me, but this one you can see really nicely. So I think I used this in a video recently. Really pretty shade though. I would definitely recommend this if you want something like a lip balm but with some color. This one's really beautiful. And then they sent over this, and I'm so glad they did because I wanted to try their brow product. I was curious about the clear, the clear version, but this one is the dark version, and I was pleasantly surprised that it's a cool tone. So I wasn't sure about this because I couldn't really tell. I'll keep you updated on this one. So thank you so much, Chantecaille, for sending everything over. That is it for today's video. Of course, I'll leave all the links and the promo codes below in case you're interested in any of those. Please take care of each other, stay well. If you enjoyed this video, if you learned something, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and I will see you next time.